Hey y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a video real quick. I wanted to give a shout out to all of you all who have subscribed to the channel, who have liked and have shared the videos, and who have commented. I wanted to tell you guys I really appreciate you guys doing that. Um, Please continue to share the video and like and subscribe. 99% of the people that watch my videos are non-subscribers. Can I ask you guys to go ahead and subscribe, please? I'm going to go ahead and do a reading that has to do with one of the shorts that I just did a little while ago. I'm going to use the same cards that are there and just see if I can clarify some of these cards. And we are using starting off with the Loving Oracle deck. And then I'm going to try to clarify a little bit, okay? Let me get my cards out. Oh, not this one. I'm going to use these. Spirit ancestors and the Most High God, I'm asking that you would bless this reading, that it will be a help to someone, for those that need to hear whatever message it is that you want to give out tonight. I'm asking that you would bless the hearer to receive what they need to receive. Help me to get clear, concise messages that are unbiased. Don't let there be any interruptions or any type of distractions during this reading. Excuse me. Let this just be a good reading, okay? I have 6 cards on the table already from the Oracle deck, and I would like to try to clarify with the tarot. So we're going to start with what's on the table. My first card is the Addiction card. And I'm going to show you guys in just a second. I'm still trying to do these cards here. Make sure that I shuffle these pretty good. But the first card is the Addiction card. And with the Addiction card, it says codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, emotional block. So right away, I'm getting the impression that somebody is dealing with some type of addiction. It is not telling me right away what type of addiction it is, but it is causing some really negative characteristics from this person. Could be you, could be someone else you know. Like, this could be, if it's someone else, you are watching these negative characteristics of this person being codependent, of them being obsessive, of them not showing restraint, of them being possessive and trying to control the situations around them or people around them, possibly to work in their favor. And they are also being emotionally blocked, meaning that they are not being empathetic towards people. They have a non-caring attitude. And a lot of times, from my experiences with people that have addictions, it's really about themselves and their addiction or whatever it may be. So this is not always substance. It could be anything. You can be addicted to sugar. You could be addicted to attention, you know. So this person is experiencing some type of addiction that is causing them to have these negative characteristics. And here's the card. It came out in the upright. Okay. Next card is the Coffin card, which came out in the reverse. And I'm thinking, you know, if this is a substance type of addiction, this person could be overdoing it with the addictions. It's possible that they are getting carried away or just letting the addiction take them, you know, down a path that's not good for them. But it came out in reverse, the Coffin card did. So it says new beginnings, liberation, reborn, and transition, and tragic endings in the upright. But in the reverse, this is saying that this person will not be experiencing any new beginnings. They will not be experiencing any liberation. There will not be a rebirth, and surprisingly, there will be no transition. So transition, coffin doesn't always mean a literal death. It can mean the death of something. So, and this card is saying transitions in reverse, meaning that this person is not putting a. Then this is what I'm getting intuitively, that they're not getting any type of. They're not transitioning. They're not changing, which is what transition means. They're not changing from this pattern of addiction and these negative behaviors that the addiction is spawning in their life. So there is no transition. There is no change. They are continuously doing this addiction and exhibiting these negative behaviors. Tragic endings is on this card, on the coffin card, in the upright, but in the reverse is meaning that this person is not having any tragic endings, or they are not bringing tragic endings to somebody or some people that they are connected to because of their addictions. It's not to the point to where that's happening. Okay. The third card is the blowing kisses card that came out in reverse. Came out like that. So this person, it says unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love and affection return in the upright. In the reverse, this is saying that this person is not giving any unconditional love. Their love is unconditioned. And in the short, I said that it's like quid pro quo. It's like you do something for me, I'll do something for you. It's never where there is no strings attached with this person. And this is how they operate. This is how everything is a negotiation with this person, whether you think it is or not. There's always something hidden that you're not aware of. If they do anything for you, trust me, they're going to get something out of it. And that's how they roll. Okay. They will not be giving you anything. You will not be receiving too much of anything from this person. Again, there's always going to be some strings attached with this person. They're not a fair person. It's, that's why at the bottom of this deck, y'all listen, the bottom of the deck is a girl with a snake card. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a female. It could be a male as well. So you got charmed or used, enabled. This person will have you to believe that they are a fair person. And when they say they love you, it is a manipulation tactic to get you to do what they want, okay? They want you to believe, that's why this card is in reverse, that they give unconditional love, that they are a giving person. They want you to believe that they're a fair person. They want you to believe that they're a loving person. They want you to believe that they're an affectionate person. But they are none of these, which is why this card is in reverse and why girl with a snake is at the bottom of the deck. Okay? So you have to watch yourself around this person. You have to understand that they are operating out of their addictions. And this is why you have to always be on guard when you are interacting with this individual. Everything is not what it seems with them. Okay? So you have to be careful. Fourth card is the butterfly card that came out in reverse. And it says evolving and growth, next phase, healing the inner child, releasing the past, okay, in reverse. So if it's in reverse, it means this person is not evolving, okay? They're not growing. There will be no next phase for them. They're not healing their inner child, and they're not releasing the past. So if it's in the reverse and it's saying they're not healing their inner child or releasing the past, that means that this person is aware of what their issue is. So if they need to heal their inner child, that means something happened to them when they were young. They're probably traumatized or abused in some type of way. It's not telling me what it is. And this could be why, after all these years, this person is still suffering something. It may have driven them to an addiction. And so they're exhibiting all these behaviors down here at the bottom. trying to control situations to work in their favor. You know, they become codependent on people, which means that they are not an independent person to do things on their own. It's always about somebody else and getting them involved some kind of way to affect the change that they're looking for. You know, whatever their goal is always there in the forefront. So whenever they make decisions or talk to people or interact with people, if they're going to group up with them to try to get something done, they don't ever want to do it by themselves. It's like they're codependent, meaning they have to have someone else involved. They can't be by themselves. They always have to be in a relationship. This is what codependence is. Okay, so they are dependent on someone else's energy to do whatever it is that they're trying to do. And they are a possessive person and an obsessive person, okay? So if they get with somebody and they're in a relationship, they are possessive of that person. They're very controlling of that person while they're with them, but they'll be lacking emotions. And they only have emotions when it benefits them. So whatever they do for that person or do for anybody else, it's a benefit to it. Believe it or not, there's something they're going to get out of it. That's what they're trying to do. When they break up with someone or someone breaks up with them or they're no longer with their partner, that's when they become obsessive. They can be obsessive and it's obvious, or they can be obsessive where it's not obvious, where they're hiding in the shadows, watching everything that person does. This is the person that they used to be with that they're not together with anymore. They're talking about that person. Their name stays in their mouth all the time. They're constantly talking about them, saying negative things about them, possibly trying to, get other people to turn on this person, because obviously if you're a codependent person and you're suffering some childhood issues, some inner childhood wounds that this person may possess, then you're going to be upset. You might have abandonment issues as well. So when this person is not with anyone anymore and they break up, they don't like being by themselves because they have abandonment issues. That is why they are codependent as well. This person is toxic, according to these cards, and they have abusive relationships, possibly because they were abused as a child. And this was never addressed. There was no therapy for this. They never talked to anyone about this really too much. They didn't get any help for it. They didn't heal from it, and they just went years and years until it festered and it caused them to become this person that they are now. Okay, so this is somebody that you have to watch out for because they're operating out of their wounds. Okay, last card is the heartbroken card, and it came out in the upright. Okay, this person is deeply hurt and sad. They're feeling lost. They're grieving and in despair because of a breakup. Okay, so when this person breaks up with someone or someone breaks up with them, 9 times out of 10, somebody is breaking up with them. This is why they have an abandonment issue, because maybe something like that happened to them when they were a child, where abandonment was also a part of the abuse that had happened to them. When they break up with someone or someone breaks up with them, they grieve the relationship because it probably reminds them of some abandonment that they felt as a child. Maybe the mother wasn't in the home as much, or maybe the father wasn't. One or both of one of the parents left, may have left the home. And that may have caused some abandonment issues for them. If they were used to their parents always being under one roof together with the rest of the family, and one of them left, that could have caused some trauma for them as a small child. Or maybe the abandonment also comes from the fact that they felt abandoned when they were being abused and nobody came to their rescue. Okay. As a child, that can look very different. And this was probably never addressed with this person. And so here they are as a grown adult, and they have gone from what happened to them. That trauma has driven them to some type of addictions with these negative characteristics that they have currently. Girl with the snake is at the bottom of the deck. So this person can be a snake. They use their charm. They're probably good looking. or have some type of charm or charisma, and they're able to charm people and get what they want. And this is probably how they've been operating all their life since they were younger. So you would have to set some boundaries with this person if you're going to deal with them. If you're going to, any type of interaction that you have with this person, you may find out that it is very necessary to watch this person keep your head on a swivel. Unfortunately, this is who this person has become. And this is where they are operating out of the hurt and the pain and the abuse that happened to them when they were younger. And this is really sad when you think about it, because there's so many people that have dealt with, this type of thing, but they've gotten help. And then some people don't go get help, and then they grow up and this becomes a problem later. Spirit, why addiction? Anything you'd like to say about addiction? Maybe not. I'm gonna pull. Sorry if that's loud. Spirit, why addiction? Okay. Why addiction, Spirit? I need one card. What's going on? Like, we got the Ten of Cups. In reverse. Wow. So Ten of Cups in reverse. If it's in the upright, when you have the Ten of Cups in the upright, this is your everything. This is your gold. This is your pot of gold. This is the love of your life. This is the financial security. This is the house on the hill. This is everything that you ever dreamed of with the Ten of Cups card. And it's in reverse, which means the dreams have been shattered. So with this addiction, it's causing them not to get their Ten of Cups. They're not getting their Ten of Cups. They want it, but the addictions and this negative behavior that they have is causing them to not reach it. So if years have went by since they have been abused when they were a child, and they grew up wanting that Ten of Cups, they never received it. They never received it. Hold on.